So here we go. Welcome to another episode of the Black Table Talks. And today we got real estate agent extraordinaire, the infamous Harvey Lewis. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Yes, sir. Harvey Lewis. I'm a realtor, investor. I've been in the industry for about 24 years now. I started off rehabbing properties initially. I didn't get into the business to be an agent when I got into the business. I just wanted to be able to get my own properties.
And save some money.
Trying to save a couple dollars. It was a different game back then.
Okay, yeah, all right. I ain't going to get in real estate. I'm not going to get my license. You don't have to worry about it.
I understand.
All right, so one of the reasons why I wanted to bring Harvey on, because not only is he my main real estate agent, I do most of my business with you, buying and selling, but obviously we kind of grew up together, but that's not the reason. The main reason is because I find that most realtors or real estate agents are not also investors. They only are agents. And you have a unique experience and knowledge. Not only you're used to working with investors such as myself, you're actually an investor yourself, so you have that experience. And like you just acknowledged, you started off flipping houses back 20 plus years ago when I was doing it, when I was 19, 20 years old. And you have a similar, not story as mine, but we started kind of in the same area, neighborhood. I was just a little worse than you were, but you was a little in the streets and one of the first ones to get out, get your head together, get your mind together, and get on that right path in life, right?
Correct.
Okay, what brought that on though? What initiated you to flip a house?
Well, I was a carpenter before that. I was working construction.
Okay.
I was in a union.
Okay.
21. Local 21. I was a carpenter. It's good with my hands. I was fixing on other people's homes. And I said, I can do this myself. It wasn't that many people flipping homes back then.
Right,
it was
exactly.
a lot of rental.
Yeah,
everyone was doing rental.
Yeah.
I tried the rental game, but I didn't like it as much. I wanted to turn the dollars. I was used to turning money, once upon a time as well. So that's why I decided to flip some homes. I spoke to someone that was doing it, an older guy. He was buying and flipping homes. And, he kind of told me that it was good money in it. So.
Okay. What was the first year you flipped a house? What year are we talking about?
2000.
Okay. All right. And when did you actually get your real estate license?
2002.
Okay. All right. And you've been, since you've had your license, you've experienced some real true ups and downs in the real estate business. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, sir. So when I originally got my license, well, I'm going to go back a little bit. I was flipping homes, and then the market actually crashed.
Okay.
Everybody hear about or talk about the market crashing. The market crashed.
But you had already had your license.
I already had my license.
Because that was the crash of 08, right?
08, but it kind of started about 07 to 07,
okay.
And then it went into 08.
Okay.
But so I go back from 02. So in 2002, I was flipping some homes.
Yes.
It got slow a little bit, right? And I was operating as an agent. I wasn't making a ton of money, but it was enough to to live off of.
Yeah.
Right. So we did that. I did that for a while. Flipped a couple homes. Had a couple rentals. Didn't like the rental, like I was saying, because people stopped paying their rent. I was chasing tenants.
Yeah.
Flipped a couple homes. It didn't start going well.
Yeah.
Right? The flipping game got very, very good.
Yeah, very good, right.
Right? We were doing about 3 homes a month in the neighborhood. And we talk about 6 figures selling in the neighborhood,
house,
right? So it was great. I was doing some other things as far as some other entrepreneur.
Right, music business.
I was doing the music,
right.
So I was traveling a lot. When the market tanked, I was still on the road doing music.
Yeah.
I was still, spending money like we were.
Right, like it was
money
still
coming in.
Yeah,
right.
right.
And, and it put me in a bad position financially. I was spending money as fast as I was making it, right?
Yeah. Or spending it a little faster.
Or spending it faster. If you're spending more than what comes in, then that's an issue.
Yeah, of course.
Bad money management. I really wasn't. I didn't take any financial literacy classes. We were learning on the fly.
Yeah.
Right. Then the crash happened.
Yeah.
So we get to the crash. The funds just was, it was depleted.
Yeah.
The bank stopped lending at that time. You couldn't no one could get finance. I got stuck with a bunch of homes.
Yeah.
And we rented some of them out or sold them at a discount.
Yeah.
Did the money, it was all, when I turned around, it was all gone.
Yeah.
Almost went through a divorce, some
Yeah.
personal things happened.
Yeah.
And I sat down one day, if I'm not moving too fast. I sat down one day and I wrote a letter to myself. And I wrote down all my bank accounts, and I still have it in my wallet to this day. Everything was negative. And then I said to myself, you never go back to this.
Yeah.
And so and the next day after that, I just started marketing myself different. The market started coming back a little bit.
Okay. So you really start focusing on more being a real estate agent other than being an investor. Okay.
So I, that's when you see me on the cover of the Horizon magazine. And then I started doing those flyers that you pull the name off of.
Yeah, I remember that.
And just putting them everywhere, Then I started getting calls, a lot of calls from that. And things started to grow from there,
Okay. All right. So in terms of the two, you have experience pretty much consistently over the last 20 years as being an investor and being an agent. Which one do you make more money from?
Make more money as an investor.
Than an agent?
Than an agent. I do well as an agent, though.
Okay. But you make more money, profit, money stay in your pocket as an investor.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Staying in my pocket.
Yeah, staying in your pocket, not gross. Not gross revenues, not you sold $10 million in houses, but how much did you keep compared to how much do you keep as an investor?
Well, actually, with me, it's a little different because, I am successful as an agent. So if I had to look at my numbers, I would say it's 50-50.
Okay. All right.
For the last couple years.
Okay.
50-50.
Well, let's say over the last 10 years.
Over the
last 10 years.
Definitely made more money as an agent.
Okay. Yeah, as an agent. So that's what
I have, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Because I do well.
So give us an example in terms of, you don't have to tell us how much money you make, but how much in terms of housing, the number, the gross sale of numbers on the average yearly basis over the last 10 years.
Gross commissions?
No, sales.
Sales? Well, I average $7.5 million a year.
A year?
A year.
$7.5 million in sales a year. That's your average.
That's average, yeah.
Okay, that's good. All right. I listen. I know I play a part in that. I don't know how many of those millions, but I know I play a part in that. But that's pretty good.
So that's the goal.
What's the goal?
That's usually my goal.
Okay.
If I do less than $7 million, I'm not doing well.
Okay. So what's been your biggest year of the last 10 years?
11.
11 million?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man. Yeah, so I guess people can count your commissions based on that. we ain't got to be a mathematician to know that.
Right, yeah.
All right, good. So I know you at one point in time you had a bunch of rental properties. Now you're doing some commercial things. But are you still flipping houses?
I am flipping homes currently.
Okay.
The commercial field is new to me, and you kind of triggered that in me.
Okay.
I kind of watch you. I mean, if you realize when we really sat down and got serious about flipping homes, I kind of followed the model.
Yeah.
We sat down, and I remember you saying, people really buying homes right now? And that was after the market had crashed, right? When it was coming back. And I was like, I can find the homes. You got the crew to put the homes together. I can guarantee I can sell them.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people trying to flip homes now. I mean, everybody's doing it because they've seen it on TV.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm at a position that I can be selective who I work with.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I am, and I catch a lot of,
flack.
Yeah.
I catch more than you do probably.
Because
I refer people to you.
Yeah, so I'm selective, but everyone doesn't renovate their homes what I would say the right way.
Yeah, of course.
A product that I want to put my name on.
Yeah.
So it's not personal.
Yeah.
And I tell them that, and I'll give them advice.
Yeah.
Just because you're seeing something on TV and everyone can't do this.
Yeah, without a doubt. Let's talk about that because we're here to give information to small business owners, entrepreneurs, and potential investors, whether it's real estate, other businesses, but we're here talking about real estate today because I've never, just in the last 24 months, I don't know if you can relate to this, over the years, I had people interested in talking to me about getting in real estate, but over the last 2 years, it seemed like everybody and their mama would like to get in real estate. We know from being in Cleveland, and this probably happens in a lot of cities, but we know being in Cleveland that people see somebody else in the Benz or the BMW or the Rolls Royce or whatever, and they say whatever they doing, that's what I'm going to do. We know that, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing nor a good thing. I'm just saying don't judge a book by its cover, right? Get that information, get that knowledge before you pursue it. But over the last 2 years, it seems, I guess it's social media, Greg, big business, all these out-of-town investors, me. It's so many, other men and women here in Cleveland that's making a name for themselves, flipping houses, making good money. I'm assuming they're making good money. I know I did. That's doing real estate, so now everybody's trying to get into real estate. Are you seeing that also?
Yeah, my phone stay ringing.
For people. So what specific advice that you've seen people make so many mistakes doing from them first 5 steps trying to get in real estate, what specific advice would you give individuals, men and women, thinking about getting into this real estate game?
Well, first of all, I would say do some research. Mm-hmm. Sit down, come up with a plan, and write it out. Everyone say they want to do it. Mm-hmm. Then I ask them, okay, well, what do you want to do to get in? And they have no idea. They just know they want to sell real estate.
Yes, yeah.
If you don't have the biggest issue, the largest issue you're going to have with real estate, in flipping homes, is contractors.
Contractors, we agree.
I'm just telling you, like right today, I was running in here because I have a home inspection, but the guys didn't show up yesterday or this morning, so I had to go do it myself. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm.
Today, hold on, I just want to put that in perspective. Yeah. You've been doing this 20 plus years. You're a real estate agent and an investor. So you have to assume that you've dealt with so many contractors over the last 20 years. And today, probably 100 plus properties bought and sold that you've owned and flipped, or probably more. Properties that you've seen or sold and got a commission. You're still having problems finding contractors. I know, but I want these people to know. You're still having problems to find contractors.
That's an issue. It's a big issue. I mean, I don't know. I wish we can rub a bottle. Those guys come. I mean, no matter if you're paying them top dollar, or whatever. It's just these guys just for some reason don't want to show up and work.
People reach out to me and ask me to refer contractors all the time. And I don't know if they think I'm hating or whatever. I want to hold them back when I say I don't have anybody to refer you. If I did, I would still be flipping 20, 30 houses a year. It's crazy. And you've seen at one point in time, I did 30 in 2016. Now how many am I flipping?
They ain't not really doing anything.
Nothing.
I had to go find me some more investors because my man's not doing it.
These contractors are nuts. Everybody think, because they see an Amish that work for me, they think all Amish are built the same. And I know you for a fact had experience last year with one. All Amish are not the same. Just because they got a long beard and wear a big straw hat, they're not the same.
It's not the same.
You have to treat them like you would treat any other contractor. Do your due diligence, do your research, see who they're working for, go see their workmanship. I have contractors that have called me, said they want to do work for me. And I'll surprise them on a Wednesday and say, what's up, bro? Where you at? Oh, I'm so-and-so. I want to come through and see what you're working on now. Right. Oh, I was about to go out for lunch. Yeah. Or I was about to do this. Or I'm about to do that. Yep. All right, exactly. Don't call me back again, bro. You know what I mean? Because that's how I do surprise visits. Just like if I have a tenant looking at renting one of my properties, I tell my property manager, go pop up at their door and do a walkthrough. Do a house visit and see how they living now. They're not going to change when they move into my property. So we'll know exactly what we're dealing with. So that's with contractors. What do you think it is? What happened to all the contractors?
Well, and I say this all the time, I think a lot of these contractors are chasing deposits.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue.
Yeah, they're doing it. Well, especially with these investors.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure as I know, you probably have more than me, horror stories of these out of the country investors and lost so much money dealing with these contractors because these contractors and took their money and robbed them blind.
And I used to refer, for my out-of-town investors, I used to refer contractors.
Yeah.
But it's they come looking for me.
Of
They're
course,
not looking for a contractor. Well, you said this guy, so I stopped doing that. They like, well, I seen your home that you posted, so can you just do it? No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's tough enough for me to get these things done myself, right?
That's the biggest issue. I had last year when I sold those 2 apartment buildings, I sold them to the guy from Colorado. And he asked me, do you have somebody that I can refer you to? I gave him 2 names. I said, they're not the cheapest, but I can stand behind these. He decided not to use either one of them. He called somebody else. I don't know what nationality he was. He wasn't black. I don't think he was white. He came over. When I was giving him the keys, he introduced me to the guy. I asked him, well, what's your company name? I never heard of it. He had said he heard of mine. I was like, okay. All right, I left. Less than 30 days later, that investor reached out to me and said the guy took him for $60,000. He can't find him. He disappeared. Then he was asking me to refer an attorney, and I referred the attorney next. But we've had so many of those stories, man. I tell people there's different strategies to this. The first thing that I ask people, what are you looking to do? Are you looking to quit your day job? Or are you just looking for some additional residual income? Or are you looking to make this your full-time job? And that's how I advise people, because there's so many people get that mixed up. They work a full-time job, but they want to flip houses. Right. It's insanity. They think that you can do this on the side. If it was that easy, we would be still flipping 100 houses a year. It's just not that easy.
I have the freedom to, my own time, right? I make my own schedule.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to, do these projects and work.
Yeah.
So but I make it work because I have the flexibility.
Right. This is what you do every day.
Yeah. So as far as everyone looking to get in, like I said, do a plan, right? Get you a good agent. Don't try to take the shortcut. There's a lot of people. I'm not paying 6% commission. I'm gonna find a property on my own. I mean, you call me to this day.
Yeah.
You call me up. Can you run some comps for me? What is this property worth? Worst case scenario. And I'll give that to you. But don't cut out the agents. We've been here before the wholesaling game started. We're gonna be here after it's over.
This is what I tell people: the smart asses that think that they want to do it all, and they looking at how they can save that 3% or 6% or whatever on every deal. And people have asked me why I never became an agent. Because I'm a firm believer in this. I do what I do, and I let somebody else do what they do. I know I can't do it all. I know you have to have a team to take it to the next level. I've never seen one individual person by himself with no team go to that next level. I've never seen it. So why should I wake up one day and think that I'm going to do it on my own? I'm going to become my own contractor, my own manager, my own real estate agent. I might as well start an insurance company too. Or bank, that's ridiculous. So my mindset is, if I got to run around and look for the properties, and I got to deal with selling the houses and showing the houses and meeting potential buyers over there and marketing the houses, I'm not going to have time to rehab and get more houses. I need to stick with what I do, and I let other people stick with what they do. So the 6%. People looking at the 6%, but I don't even count the 6%. I look at, if I let you get that 6%, how many more houses are we going to get? But think about this very important thing. Not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but I want to give y'all some real information on my mindset. And you don't have to say yay or nay, but just think about this truth. If you're an investor and you go buy a property and you renovate it, you can't be naive to think you have the only house on the market for sale. What is going to motivate that real estate agent to sell your property compared to selling the other 4 or 5 different properties for sale? That's 6%. They know not only the 6%, they can get a bonus. They have to establish that personal relationship. So the services of a real estate agent is just like the personal services that you should have with your accountant, with your attorney, with your PR person, you have to have a relationship. And based on that relationship, they'll be a little more geared towards to help you sell your house faster than selling Joe Blow house that you don't know. If you're giving them a good product to sell, which I'm a firm believer in.
Because there's people that list their homes and they want to cut the commission.
Yeah.
We can see that when we when we're looking at properties.
Yeah, exactly.
Only want to give you 1%.
Right.
A lot of people they're not investors like agents like me, like myself.
Yeah.
They're looking and they make a living off of this. So they're looking, why are they gonna show this property on the same street?
Yeah, exactly.
1% commission when they're giving 3.5.
Right.
I mean,
I'm not knocking anybody for doing what you decide to do in terms of saving money, but just don't be naive to think that is nothing that's going to go along with that. It can't just be all positive. It got to be some negative to that because you don't control that situation. I've sold so many houses. We've sold so many houses when people are in the neighborhood showing another property and either see us at the property, see me at the property, see you at the property, and call and be like, Harv, is that somebody's rehabbing the house? Oh, yeah, this is one of my clients. Can we come and see it now? You're more motivated to show that house. I would say this, and I tell people all the time, and you can confirm this. I think one time, maybe a couple of years ago, we had put the numbers together to see how many houses that me and you have sold together. I think it was over 100, right? Yeah. Out of those 100 houses, how many of those houses sold in less than 7 days on the market?
I mean, majority of them.
Majority. I tell people that. It's a reason. Can you do that on your own? I did it with him. I do it with him. Whatever he do, I don't know what he do. I don't know how many deals he has saved that died. Most relatives would have been like, oh, this deal dead. And 3 days later, he coming back. Yeah. Like the deal ain't dead. We closing next week. And I wrote it off. I don't know how many times he called me and said, man, what's your bottom number? And I say, man, 240,000. And he come back and say, we got 250.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, bro. I told you my bottom was 240. I got you 250.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how many times we've done that. At least 2 dozen. You know what I mean? So that's, for me, that's why I'm telling y'all, you have to establish a relationship with the people on your team. You don't have to be best friends, but you have to have a clear understanding. As an investor, you're going to deliver a good product, a product that he can feel good about selling, right? And he'll go out and sell it. And I'm not just saying him, just trying to exclude every realtor where people be blowing up your phone. I'm just saying with whatever real estate agent you choose, have that relationship, create a team situation, because we are partners to a certain degree. I consider he's one of my partners. Without him, I can't sell this product. I'm happy. I'm proud to say most of my products are going to sell themselves. So to have somebody to believe in my product is just an extra bonus. That'll go out and sell it really quickly. And I don't know how many times out of those over 100 houses we sold, we set the comps.
We set the comps. Everybody can't set the comps. We set the comps.
And that's the difference.
I have agents. Well, they come back to me. They're speaking to other agents saying, Harvey running these prices up over here.
Yeah.
I'm like, if someone's delivering a product and someone's willing to pay for it, that's what the property is worth.
That's it. Right there, for sure. That's it. So what any other specific advice would you give somebody that's trying to get in this real estate, just anything specific? What's the number one question that you get when people call you about getting into the business?
The number one question, can this property sell? That's usually if I get into this, because people are a little nervous.
Yeah, of course.
And they may be incurring some debt, right? Using some kind of hard money and we should probably kind of touch on that a little bit.
Well, let's touch on that, for sure.
Hard money, private lending, they give you short-term money, right?
Yeah.
And they got to be paid within a specific amount of time.
Yeah.
If it's not paid, they come to take the property.
Yes. What type of terms are they? Because I've never dealt with hard money. I've heard it. I have my own considered hard money, and we'll talk about that, but yeah.
Okay. So most hard monies, they do 12 months, some do 18.
Okay.
Right? Short term. They may charge you 10%, 15%. It just depends on who you use. Now, if you're talking about 12 months to buy the property, rehab it, and resell it, You know, you got a short window. With FHA, you need to own the property at least 91 days.
Right, before, yeah.
Right, so you need to get in that property, rehab it, and put it on the market and sell it after the 91 days, unless you do a conventional.
Yes.
If you don't have it done within them 12 months, you know, you're going to lose your house. You don't have a house.
Yeah, they take the property. With all the renovations.
Everything.
Okay.
You know, so that's a scary situation for most people. So they say, you know, most of them think they can do it quicker than 90 days. You know, right. But like I said, I'm kind of selective, and I'll advise people.
Would you ever suggest someone uses hard money for their first rehab?
First rehab?
Never done it before. Never rehabbed the house. They just know they want to rehab it.
I mean, I could advise somebody on that.
Okay.
If I'm involved in the situation, because I have the, you know, experience.
Okay.
So if I can, you know, help someone from A to Z, which is the program I'm getting ready to roll out.
Okay.
I'm only going to deal with about 7 people. Though.
Okay.
You know, a program I'm rolling out. I'm going to work with them from A to Z, and I'm not doing it for free.
Okay.
But from A to Z, we'll go out, we'll find a house. I'll show them how to assess a home. I'll let them know what the after repair value is once we dump the home, and I'll help them during the process with the contractor.
In terms of renovating the property.
Yeah.
And you'll sell the property.
And I'm helping them coming up with the design of the property.
Okay.
So that's something I'm rolling out.
What are you going to be charging?
$2,500.
Or a flat fee, not a percentage of the sale or anything.
I'm still gonna get paid as a realtor.
Yeah, of course. All right, that makes sense.
That's just me as a consultant.
Okay.
You know, and I feel like that's what my time is worth.
Okay. What mistake? All right. Now we gave people advice on, you know, before they become an investor, right? Some of the things to look out for, some of the questions to ask. Now, because I know you see this all the time, what's the biggest mistake you see people making? They've actually did it. They bought the house. They started the renovation. What obstacle are they running into? Other than contractors. We know that.
Just being there on their project or coming to make sure their project is working how it's working, right? So a lot of people, they'll start the project. They're all interested at the beginning. Yeah. And then they disappear. You know, so time gets away from them. Yeah. I don't know if they're working their job trying to get into another situation, or doing whatever. So that property is sitting there, and I've seen that happen. Yeah, I mean, you know, you have situations where the guys started a project and the home is just sitting there.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and they just, you know, they come back to it, and you're talking about 11 months, especially on a hard money situation, or not a hard money, even if they got their own money invested. Yeah, it seems like they come disinterested in it sometimes. Yeah, I think that's a mistake. I think you should really be coming and assessing your project. Don't jump from this project. You found another project and you're going to start this project because this one seemed better. So we'll put this one on the back burner. And we're going to work on this one. This one is a slam dunk. That's an issue that I find with people that have their own finances. That's a big issue. Trying to discount their agent's money, you know. We've never had an issue. You always said, I don't care what your money looks like. This is what I need. You know. Yeah, without a doubt. Even if it was, I think 10%, 15% over what you wanted to sell property, but that's never been an issue. Right. You know. So, and you know, I have some people who try to discount me, but I know my value. And I think people really should know the value of an agent. Like I said, agents. I mean, it's a ton of new agents though. I can believe it's a ton of new agents. Everyone wants to be an agent now, and this is not easy. You know, I talk to a lot of the new agents in the office, and you know, they've been agents for a year, 18 months, not doing anything. You know, 2 deals. So, and I reach out to them because I need a team. I can't handle the volume that I receive as an agent. You know, we talk about that. Yeah, of course. And a lot of them was like, "No, I want to do my own thing." You know, well, you want me to give you 50% or? I'm like, it beats a 0.
Yeah, exactly. But people don't look at it like that. They don't look at it like that. Everybody look at, you know, the $1 million sale and say they want 6% of that. But what about 3% of $2 million? They don't understand. It's the exact same thing. And you're on a team. We see this. I don't know if in Cleveland, you go to Georgia, you see it amongst people of color all the time. They have teams. I've met real estate agents. They have teams. And here, non-African Americans, they have teams. You know, but have you Is there any African American teams? It's like one man real estate agents, 4 real estate agents under him, and they're like juggling. Do we have that here?
So I don't want to really make it a color thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I've reached out to quite a few agents about building the team. I do have a team, make it happen team. Okay. I have one agent up under me now. You know, my buyer's agent. Mm-hmm. And I've recruited or reached out to people, and like I said, this is what their return to me was. Well, I want to pay you, you know, part of my commission. Yeah. I'm already set up. I mean, I got tons of business that I turn away every day.
Yeah, I know for a fact, because I get those calls.
Yeah, so I mean, it's difficult for me to handle that. Yeah. So, and that has been a delicate thing for me to try to handle everybody, but I can't. I'm only one person. Yeah, you know. Yeah. So, my daughter's on it. She's getting ready to get her license, so she's gonna get all the money. Okay. Well, that's the plan.
If it works, that's what's it. So I wanted to tell people too, you know, I call you the hip hop real estate agent because look, this is my guy. You was in the music industry. We kind of grew up together, but I've obviously dealt with other real estate agents, and I'll tell you this, and I'll tell the people this. I don't know how many, at least a dozen times, we've been to houses to go look at a house that hit the market. Somebody stole the key out the lockbox because they're trying to prevent somebody else from being on the house, and that does not stop us. How many times I had to boost you up to climb through a window for a property?
Well, I don't know.
2, at least a dozen times. I don't know how many times he had to climb on my shoulders, or I had to boost him up to push him through a window to go open up a door.
Yeah.
Find an agent, find somebody on your team that's willing to do that. And then you found a partner, an agent, to get some real money with. If you don't have that, if you got the agent to go over there and the key out the lockbox and the key is gone, what we gonna do? If that's their response, that's not the agent for you. Yeah. If you really want to go to the next level, you have to deal with people willing to do things that's not normal to go to the next level.
Yeah. So that's why I came up with the mantra, Mr. Make It Happen.
It is, yeah.
You know, you said a few things, you know, deals were dying. A lot of agents, if a deal is dying, they'll just walk away from the deal, give me give me a release on it. But I always feel like there's always a way. Yeah. It's always a way. That I've always been that way. Yeah. You know, from where we come from. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's what makes me different. I move a little differently, right? Because of some experiences, my past experience. But you know, I'm gonna make it happen. Yeah. You know, it's always a way to put a deal back together. Yeah. Unless someone just went and got some new credit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or lost their job or something like that.
Right.
We can definitely.
Obviously, you can't do it.
So I mean, when I started off, you know, I was helping fix credit. So I'll get the credit report and look at their job history. Yeah. And I can pretty much pre-approve people on paper just seeing their information. So I know. Yeah. You know, and I'll let them know. I mean, even clients now, if they're on an edge, I'll let them know exactly what they need to do to be able to be pre-approved. Yeah. You know. So, but we used to do it like that. It didn't used to be a go find a loan officer, get your pre-approval. Once you get your pre-approval, come back. It didn't used to be that way years ago. Yeah. It's that way. I don't have as much time to do it as much, but you know, I will. I still know how to do it. You know, if someone send me a credit report, I can let them know what's going on. Okay. You know.
All right. So anything else specific that you want to get the word out? If somebody, an investor or just a regular residential property buyer that's just looking for a house or looking to sell their house, what's the best way to contact you?
Oh, I can be reached on at 216-253-6497 is my cell number. I'm on IG, Mr. Make It Happen. Facebook, the same thing. It was Harvey, Mr. Make It Happen. Right.
And what company do you work for?
I work for Century 21, Century 21 Premier Properties. I am a wholesaler-friendly realtor. I know there's a lot of realtors that don't want to deal with wholesalers, so I'm wholesaler friendly. I don't have anything against anyone trying to get some money.
Yeah, investor friendly too.
Investor friendly,
homeowner friendly. Yeah, buyer or seller.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I appreciate you coming by. We can go on and on and on. We've been doing this a long time and talk about it, but we're just trying to get some information out. Hopefully it can help somebody move forward in their real estate endeavors, whatever that might be.
Right. If there's any agents out there who looking to join the team and get some money, give me a call.
All right. Good to go.